Warm welcome, my people. Warm welcome. Thank you, my new subscribers. Thank you for the legends who usually comes back to watch my videos. I don't take it for granted, my people. It's grace. It's grace. Because you have many things to do with your bundles, but you have decided to come back and watch my videos. And that is grace. And thank you, my guys. Today, guys, I want to talk about putting your trust on a human being, putting your trust on people, putting your trust on your neighbors, putting your trust on your siblings or your friends or whoever. In one way or another, human beings, we can't ignore this one. It is something that we can't ignore. Even though the Bible says, cursed is a man who puts his trust on a human being. Yes, but at the same time, us as human beings, sometimes we find ourselves in a fix. And we find ourselves in a way that when someone tells us, okay, this and this particular time I'll do for you A, B, C, D, you put your trust in that. Because at the end of the day, even God has to bless you. He will pass through a man. He will come through a man. God can't just come from heaven directly and pap, here is the sugar. No, he will speak through a man. He will send his angels through a man. And that is why in most cases, no matter how much you try to not to put your trust on our human beings, at the end of the day, you find that we have to depend on one another. There comes a time, my people, this is where now putting your trust in a human being comes in. You put your trust and you trust this person so much. You trust him or her in a way that now you can't do anything. All your trust are on him. You can't go out to work. You can't struggle to do ABCD. You are always dependent on him. I mean, you can't stand on your own unless this person supports you. And this is where the Madarao comes in. This is where the Madarao comes in. Especially for those, we have good people out here, by the way. Maybe they're our friends, they're our relatives, our siblings, our parents. They are good people, no matter how many times you go to them. But at the end of the day, they are human. At a certain extent, they'll just be tired. They're human. At a certain point, they just feel, I know, this is now too much. You need to wake up and do something. So whenever you, especially whenever you are depending on someone for financial issues, at some point they just feel like, no, now you need to put your legs or your feet down and do something for yourself. And this is the reason why I do always tell my fellow women, fellow ladies, no matter, it doesn't matter your husband is earning how much, maybe he's in a government position or don't ever put your trust on your husband or put your trust on his salary or pay slip. At the end of the day, you find that your life will be just a mess. Without him, your life will be just a mess. I mean, you can't stand without him. What if my mom used to ask us, if you get married today, you don't work, you depend on that man. What if tomorrow he goes out and he fails to come back? Maybe he gets an accident, maybe something just happens, or he just decided to call it quit. And because you depend on him 100%, you can't do anything. Even chumvi, you can't buy in the house. You can't buy that salt without him. I mean, you can't take tea without his knowledge. Anything you want. I don't mean it's bad, depending on your man or your woman. But at the end of the day, also you have to think out of the box. What if tomorrow he doesn't show up? What if tomorrow something happens? What if tomorrow, I mean, you need to be always, because our lives depends on the hands of God, and you never know what tomorrow holds for him or you. So in most cases, my fellow women, this is where I do always say, as a woman, stand. First, you have to stand in prayers. You have to stand in the gap and pray. Intercede for your family. Intercede for your kids. Intercede for your destiny. Intercede for their tomorrow. Hmm? You have to intercede for your family. Another thing, you have to work. Proverbs 31. You have to be that woman who wakes up very early in the morning and makes sure everything is settled in the family. Yeah, we are, according to the Bible, we are helpers. Women or ladies are helpers. And you find that nowadays life is just hectic. Life is expensive, and at some point these our men, they need a shoulder to lean on. They need someone to cry to. Gone are the years they used to tell men you have to be strong, a man should not cry, a man should blah blah. This is the time that a man or a boy child should always be open to talk about what he is going through. Tell your wife, tell your spouse, tell your sister, tell your mom, I can't. This thing up to this extent, me, I can't. Don't die in silence. Don't die in silence because you are a man. A boy child in African community was this man who was taught to be strong no matter the situation he's going through. He has to be strong. He should not cry. He should not tell someone, I'm in a fix and I need help. He should not cry for help. Whenever you tell someone, I can't afford my house rent, they look at you like, are you for real? And you are a man? You are a boy child? No, we are no longer in those eras. Today, boy child, speak out, speak out. Let girl child also assist you where she can. Let her assist you. Let her know what you are going through. Let her understand you. Let her understand you. So girl child, don't just sit there and wait for boy child to come and do for you ABCD, to do for you everything to do. No, we are helpers and we have to help them. I saw the other day in social media that men should not marry women who doesn't work. For me, that one doesn't hold. Even though I'm not like not that I'm encouraging women not to work, sorry. Not that I'm encouraging women not to work. I'm always pressurizing girl child to work and assist the boy child where they can, whether your brother, your cousin, your husband, assist him. He's also human. But at the same time, not that a man should not marry a woman who is not working. Maybe she wants that work. She's trying to get that work, but she can't get it at that particular moment. But if you can marry her, maybe she lacks exposure. She lacks someone to hold her hands. She lacks someone. But if as a man you marry this lady, I mean, expose her. Give her business. Give her something to do. At the end of the day, it shall be okay. But one thing I do always say, even if you are a man, don't depend on your wife 100%. Nowadays, we have very lazy men. They don't want to work. They depend on their wives. They depend on their girlfriends. They depend on their sisters or brothers. These are the type of men, they only sit at home watching, how do you call those? Me, I don't watch TV, so I don't know. Watching those operas, or whatever, until evening, waiting for your girlfriend or your wife who has gone out to struggle. Then she comes back to feed you. That is not right. Again, as a woman, you shouldn't sit down unless you are sick. Unless there is a proper reason why you can't work. Make sure you do something. Make sure you encourage the boy child. Make sure whenever the man goes out and he got nothing, he should not be depressed that now I'm going home. No. If he goes out, he has struggled out the whole day, but nothing comes in or comes out of it. He should have that heart. He should have that courage to face the family, because he has gone out and nothing has come out. So he should not come back in the house. But he knows my wife at the end of the day was doing something for the family, so he has courage to face you. And not that if he doesn't come out with something, you start abusing Mr. Man. No, it is not right. But what I'm suggesting here is never ever put your trust 100% on a man. One day or one night or one time, she or he will let you down. He or she, it doesn't matter the relationship between you, but as human beings, it's our nature to be tired. We are not God. Only God is unlimited, but with human beings we are limited. We can just help or we can just assist up to a certain extent, but we can't stretch beyond. And this is whereby I'm saying, girl child or a woman or a lady, as a mother or a sister, you have to work hard for your own strength. You have to, in fact, you having your finances gives you strength. It gives you happiness, it gives you joy, it gives you freedom, than depending on a human being. Never ever depend on a fellow human being. And until next time, my people, this is your sister Rosalins. This is my channel, Rose L channel. Consider subscribing. Until next time, please share and like. Bye.